What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Kendall Sports Network presents the Dolphin Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 1. Do not adjust your screen. Do not change the channel. Yes, it is Johnny Cruz. It is the Yankee fan, and I am here with Alex and Byron, of course. A new platform for the new Dolphin show. Again, the Dolphin Chronicles presented by Kendall Sports Network. If you're new, hit the subscribe, smash the like button, and make sure you turn on your notifications so you know whenever we are going live. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight on this beautiful Monday evening?
Oof. I'm outside my son's basketball practice because if it's not one thing, it's another, bro.
It's
Like,
life, bro. It's life, baby.
bro, I wish I was Pat McAfee and I had that kind of pull. You know, we had that kind of reach, but we're getting there. And with your help and your support, we will be like freaking Pat McAfee one of these days.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
And I
life,
can
life.
quit my day job.
Oh, that is the dream for all of us, of course. Um, life happens. So yes, Alex is coming from us right from outside of his son's practice.
Yeah, it's like right
I,
back there.
I literally just got off work about 15 minutes ago. And the
Ooh.
mastermind, the super producer behind all the graphics and everything that makes us look and sound as good as we do is our man, of course, Byron. Byron, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Hey, listen, I'm only as good as the talent around me, man. So kudos to you guys.
Appreciate it. So yes, this is the new platform. This is the spot that you can find us talking all things Miami Dolphins every Monday, 7:30. Again, right here on the Kendall Sports Network. So if you're
And
new,
that's
make sure you hit
Eastern time, 7:30
yes,
Eastern.
7:30
We
Eastern
can't just
time.
assume that
Not
all our followers are on the East Coast. We have some people
yes.
in Central Time Zone. This guy right here.
Yes,
So
apologies for our people in Texas and in the middle of the country, and for all the people out in the West Coast. It is 7:30 Eastern time every Monday evening. Again, turn on those notifications and you'll never miss us. Couple of things on the agenda, of course. The main one being a very good, in my opinion, number 3 wide receiver. I don't think it gets much better than this, but the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., has officially signed with your Miami Dolphins for, not to us, but to most football people, a measly $3 million. It can go all the way up to 8.25 if he reaches his incentives. And for those people that are like, oh man, what happens if we want to pay him 8.25? Well, then that means he balled out. And more than likely,
yeah,
we won a bunch of games and we're in the playoffs. So if OBJ hits those incentives, that means he had a great year, which is a good thing for all of us. But what are your initial thoughts on not just the signing, but the amount that we got him for? Alex, if you want to start us off.
hey, I loved it, man. You know, at the end of the day, he came down to where we thought it was reasonable and it was going to work for us. And I'm happy. I'm happy we held. And he ultimately said, that's where I want to be. I mean, he had a good relationship with Jalen Ramsey, of course, in St. Louis. He won a ship over there. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. Look, it's these guys are ring chasing at this point, right? In his career, and I don't. I mean, he can't look at the NFL and say, "Damn, they have a better wide receiver room than the Dolphins." I'm sorry, but that's chances are that doesn't happen. He didn't look at the other teams and say, "Coño, these guys look really solid. They stack up better than the Fins." And he's coming to Miami, South Florida. So there was a lot of things in our favor. But I'm happy. I'm happy we got him for what we got him for. And you're absolutely right, man. If he hits an 8.25, that means we made a hell of a playoff run. May have even won a ship. If he hits all those targets and those incentives, I'm okay with that. That gives him something to play for, right? I love those incentive driven contracts. That gives guys something to play for. Go out there and bust their ass, and especially guys in the latter part of their career who have nothing to prove. Because what the fuck does OBJ have to prove to us?
Nothing.
Nothing, right? He's just coming in here to contribute to an already stacked wide receiver room and to hopefully get a championship. So I love it.
I'm absolutely down with everything that you had to say there. Byron, your thoughts again, not only on the signing, but the amount of money that we're giving him.
So, okay, finances first. Point something, right?
Mm-hmm.
that puts us right at the cap room that we had, and that's not yet receiving the Xavier Howard money.
Yeah, post
So
June 1st. Yeah.
what that does is it allows us to sign OBJ, and it still allows us the entire allocation towards other free agents to fill out the roster in terms of what we haven't hit or disgruntled free agents, whoever gets released because of rookies, whatever the case may be. It gives us financial flexibility. As far as the wide receiver he is, I think it sets up whatever. Sets up great.
That would
We
be
know what you mean.
magnificently.
That one, exactly.
Magnificently.
Maleficent, exactly.
That's a movie, Byron. That's not a. That's not a.
And she could still get it, Angelina.
Absolutely, 100%. But what it does is, I think it's going to allow Jalen Waddle to move into a slot. And by the way, Johnny, great product placement, excellent.
Absolutely, man. Everything is for a reason, man. But go ahead, continue, man.
It allows Jalen Waddle to move into a slot, and I think Jalen Waddle can be deadly from there.
I'm with you on that, but not only Jalen, but I think it allows Tyreek to go into the slot as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. OBJ can play all three XYZ. He can play all three positions. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about him. And for those saying that he's lost a step, okay, so he can't run as fast as the cheetah and as fast as Waddle. So what? We don't need him to.
Not a lot of guys can.
How many third cornerbacks out there on a person's team, on any NFL team, is going to be able to stay with Odell one-on-one? Because they're not doubling Odell. They're going to have that safety over top to make sure that Tyreek and Waddle don't go crazy. So OBJ has a chance to eat in this offense, bro, along with Jonnu Smith and all the other acquisitions. So I love it. You did mention Jalen Waddle. So I have to put this out there because I saw it on Twitter. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is the Twitter street, so let's not, get carried away and stuff like that. But something I saw on there about Jalen Waddle, about the possibility of him holding out if they don't redo a contract. I don't think that that's true. I don't see him being that type of kid. Not only that, I just think the aura or the atmosphere, I should say, that Mike McDaniel has built in that locker room. I don't see Waddle being somebody to hold out. Yes, we already know they picked up the 5th year officially on him and on Jalen Phillips. Yeah. What are your thoughts about the possibility of Jalen Waddle wanting that bag a year earlier than we think he's probably going to get it? Either one of you.
Oh, no, man, I don't think that's going to happen, dude. To be honest, I just think that's clickbait. That's there's so much of that out there, bro. We haven't seen any signs of that whatsoever. Right. Obviously he knew. We know he's been plagued by injuries. He wasn't 100% last year, missed some games and stuff like that. I just don't think he's got the leverage to hold out. I mean, yes, he's Jalen Waddle. He's great, but like you said, Mike McDaniel's built that trust in that locker room, and he's built that trust with not just with everyone in there, veterans and youngins alike. So I don't think that that's gonna happen, man. That seems very far fetched to me. I don't even know where the heck that was. Of course, we can get carried away and freaking, on X with all the shit that happens on X. Yeah. I'm steady blocking people left and right or muting people, because it gets annoying and people just get so stupid and people try to break shit for no reason. And, it's just fucking crazy, but I guess it's, it's par for the course. That's the kind of shit you got to deal with. We're a little bit of a crazy fan base, and there's a lot of, so-called, journalists and insiders out there, but no, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you completely 110% on that. I had to mention it because it's something that I saw out there in these Twitter, X streets. And it is more than likely just clickbait and stuff like that. But I just wanted to run it past you because we did have a prior discussion several weeks ago about would you go ahead and just give him an extension. I think we mentioned Javon Holland as well, and Jalen Phillips. So it was just funny that I happened to see that actually earlier today. So I just wanted to bring it up to you guys. I'm with you though. I don't see that type of thing happening, especially not with what they're doing and all the moves that they're making right now. Like, this is not the time, in my opinion, to like upset the apple cart. You know what I mean? Like, don't mess with things. They picked up your fifth year option. You're good to go. You know what I'm saying? I think again, I think it's just clickbait, but I have to put it out there for our people. Byron, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the possibility of Jalen Waddle possibly being disgruntled if he don't get no fat contract right now?
I feel like it's a misinformation, misunderstanding, misinterpretation of what I think will happen. Um, I don't think he's showing up to minicamp. I don't think he's showing up to anything other than the first mandatory um, workout.
Wow.
And
You don't think he's going to show up to none of the voluntary stuff?
I don't think I don't think the team wants it from him. Waddle's been injury prone for the last few seasons. I think it may be a case of, listen, you're fourth year in now.
Yeah.
You know what it takes to be a receiver in the NFL. How about we just make sure that you're 100% good and start the season healthy, as opposed to starting the season with a hamstring, starting the season with a this, starting the season with a that.
Wait. So just to make sure for the people out there, and again, if you're new, hit the subscribe, smash that like, and make sure you turn on your notifications. And I'm sorry, am I hearing it from Mr. Garcia? From what it sounds to me, you are saying that the team is going to tell Waddle to just chill out at OTAs and then come to the mandatory stuff, or he's not going to want to show up for voluntary.
I think it has to be a mutual decision. I think the team would rather have him healthy than out there participating. It's not like he needs the chemistry with Tua. It's not like he needs what I think he needs is to prep his body for a full 17 games, as opposed to at the end of the season, this and that, or missing 4 games in between. What's the point of having him in the preseason and OTAs and then hurt during the season? No, just get healthy, prep that body.
Wow, if I was that type of host, I would try to say that it sounds like you're saying that he's a little injury prone or something like that, but I'm not that type of guy.
I started my statement with that.
I know.
You didn't have to. No,
I know. And that is not what we're all about. We love having fun and we love shooting the shit with each other. That's what we do here. So it was a semi joke. Alex, do you think that we have to worry about Waddle attending voluntary mini camps, or the possibility of the team telling him to just chill out because of possible injury or otherwise?
Hey, you might.
I think everybody's going to be there, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
even if they don't do everything,
you're going to see him out there playing catch and doing what they do. But I mean, how many guys go 110%? During these, OTAs, organized team activities, and all that shit. Sure. So, I mean, there's probably some truth to that. I want all 17 games out of Waddle. I think he's capable of doing that. But Byron's there's some truth to that. He might want to make sure that he's not nursing anything or having to limit himself at all at the beginning of the year, just to go to all these OTA activities, whatever. But he's gonna go out there and play catch with Tua, man. I think he enjoys doing that, and being amongst his boys. You see the kind of chemistry this wide receiver group has. And I think that's only going to get better with the kids that we drafted. And Easy E hopefully getting back in the swing of things. Obviously we brought Braxton back. Those guys, gel well together. So there might be some truth to that. Hopefully he's just, but I don't think he's disgruntled. I'll throw that out. I don't think Jalen Waddle is disgruntled at all. I think this is where he wants to be. This is a team that gives him the best chance to succeed moving forward. This is the wide receiver room that he wants to be a part of, right? So I don't see him being disgruntled or getting us in the news for bad reasons. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. And I just had to pull it up Since Byron said that Jalen Waddle was fragile. I just need to point out that
Handle with
his rookie year he played 16 of 16 games, started 16 of 16 games. His second year he played all 17 games, and then last year was the first year he only played 14 out of the 17 games. So yeah, he missed 3 games last year.
But did
I,
he?
but yes,
Mike,
he missed it, and I give it to you. He did miss those games.
was there?
Um,
I don't know if it was me, but it seemed like there were long stretches in games he played that he was out.
No, yeah,
So
I
yeah,
agree. I agree.
yeah,
I agree. And certainly, if I'm not mistaken, his production obviously went down a little bit last year.
my fantasy team, I
Um,
know.
right, but you also have to factor in, the production that Tyreek had, right? That's a career year for Tyreek, and um, but yes, I think he was kind of dealing with a little bit more injury concerns last year than in prior years. I mean, which I think is normal, right? This is a guy who plays hard. Who it's a dynamic offense, right? So he's gonna get his targets, he's gonna get his looks, he's gonna get his receptions. But yeah, he was a little banged up.
yeah,
Um, but Byron's right. There were some stretches where he was like, "Where is he fucking playing today? Is he around? Like has he even gotten any targets?"
yeah,
So that I'm sure they were, trying to manage that. So
yeah. I'm sorry to cut. I didn't mean to cut you off right there, Alex.
no, I'm
I was
done.
I was just looking up his stats. I am with you though, Byron. There were a couple games where it was like, yo, is Jalen even playing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now I know that Mike, they actually, believe it or not, Tyreek and Waddle do rotate a lot. You know what I'm saying? As far as coming in and out of the games, which is another reason why the Odell Beckham signing helps, because you won't feel that as much whenever, if those two ever come out and they put OBJ out in a 11 set where it's just him and two tight ends or something like that. You're not gonna feel it as much because it's not River Craycraft or Braxton Berrios out there. It's OBJ. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Waddle's production, I just got to put it out there. His first year, 140 targets, 104 receptions, 1,015 yards, 6 touchdowns.
a rookie record
A
until
rookie,
Nakua
a
broke it
rookie
last
record.
year.
His second year, which was his first year with
Puka
Tyreek,
Nakua.
117 targets, 75 catches for 1,356 yards and 8 touchdowns. And in this past year, 104 targets, so they're slowly going down. 72 catches, also another 1,000 yard with only 4 touchdowns. But you can see all the numbers went down from year 2 to year 3. Um, Again, we're Dolphin fans, calm down, bro. Like, we're not saying that Waddle sucks and that Waddle shouldn't play or anything like that.
Right.
We
We're
just
just saying he's not disgruntled, and
right.
even if he was, I
Yes.
don't think he's got a leg to stand on right now.
I'm with Alex on that one there. Again, it was just something I put out, and that's what happens when we all discuss the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be talking about this, and then it goes all the way over here because that's how
Yeah.
passionate we are as Dolphin fans. But for the most part, I'm good with it. You know, again, let's get into the thick of the OBJ
But I have a
signing
question.
and how it helps the offense in totality, because I think it's obviously a bigger upgrade than Braxton Berrios, like I mentioned, River Craycraft. As much as I like Eric Ezukama and hope that he can stay healthy and actually help us out somewhat, because you saw in the first couple games it looked like Mike McDaniel had a plan for him. He just couldn't stay healthy. What are your thoughts, Alex? I think the referee just blew the whistle at Alex, so he put him in a timeout. But we'll get Alex back here shortly. But Byron, while I got you here one on one, how do you think OBJ will affect the offense and contribute to the offense?
Well, I think it's going to open up the offense. I think that the other additions are going to allow, and we'll go back to the topic before, the other weapons in this offense to stay on the field a lot more. I think that the biggest addition you mentioned before was John Smith, because I feel that, you know how you were talking about they rotate Tyreek and Jalen a lot. And I think that rotation had a lot to do with the fact that the run game was not efficient with those guys out there. So you had to substitute River Craycraft. You had to substitute. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Hill, the big tight end.
Julian
Uh,
Hill.
Julian Hill.
To get those running lanes out there. But with the addition of
I agree.
the addition of Jonnu Smith allows these guys to
I'm super excited about him. Sorry, I just had to throw it out there.
no, it's great. I think we're going to be able to see Waddle and Hill on the field more because we don't have to make the substitutions for the run game to work.
True that.
That's just
That's well said. I'm with you on that. You brought up Jonnu Smith. I'm super excited about him. A tight end that can actually do something after the catch. I love Durham Smythe. I love his grittiness. I love his ability to put his nose in the dirt and block all he can. But when he catches a ball, that's pretty much it. He catches the ball. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't doing nothing afterward. Nothing is happening.
I mean, he was a little bit of an upgrade from Gesicki because Gesicki was in slow motion.
Gesicki's soft like Twinkie fillings. So Gesicki ain't trying to get hit. You know what I'm saying? So Gesicki, a 175-pound corner, is going to bring him down. At least Durham Smythe's going to put his shoulder and try to do something. But Jonnu is like still really athletic, so I think he's going to bring a lot.
And he can outrun these corners.
Yes, absolutely.
Of Gesicki and Smythe.
Yes, I agree. He's not as good of a blocker, but he's a much better athlete and can make some plays after the catch. I think we can all agree that whole 2,000-yard Tyreek thing needs to be thrown away, and this needs to be an offense that's focused on moving the chains, putting points on the board, spreading the ball around,
keeping the
defense on their heels, and keeping the defense guessing, and not Tyreek gets 165 targets, Waddle gets 110. OBJ gets 80, Jonnu gets 50. Nah, I think this is an opportunity, and this is where I put it on Mike McDaniel to make sure that he gets with them and lets them know, look, if you happen to make 2,000 yards within this offense, cool. But otherwise, it's all about spreading it out, hit the open guy, take what the defense is giving you, and just keep it moving. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, certainly. You saw times during games last year and in stretches when we were trying to force it into Tyreek, trying to make something happen that wasn't there. So I would agree. I don't mind if he reaches for the 2,000. That's a great fucking goal to have, right? But yeah, we just need to equally distribute the ball to our playmakers, because now we have a lot of playmakers on offense. Keep in mind, we have a healthy Devon Achane. That guy's going to be dangerous out of the backfield, catching the ball out of the backfield too, not just running it, right? Mostert can catch the ball out of the backfield too. We have some weapons, man. We have some weapons that are there in on both sides, on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, I think it's important for Tua to distribute and not try to force things to Tyreek, which I saw a lot of last year.
I'm with you on that. You mentioned a lot of the choices. With the signing of OBJ, we have 9 wide receivers on the roster. We have Tua, we have Waddle, we have OBJ, we have Braxton Berrios, River Craycraft, who we re-signed to come back. We have Eric Ezukama, who's the third-year kid
out of Tech,
who missed out of Texas Tech, I believe, right?
Yeah, Tech.
I'm excited about him. Braylon Sanders is back. Anthony Schwartz is back.
Not gonna lie, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't know who the Bexton kid is. But then we got the two Washingtons, Taj and is it Marvin Washington, right?
Malik.
That's what I said, Malik. So Malik Washington and Taj Washington, who were our 6th and 7th draft picks. I think Malik is definitely making the squad. I think Taj has a chance too. But as you can see, we are full to the gills. So, gentlemen, I present to you who you cut.
Damn, we good.
And how many you keeping? Last year we kept 9. I mean, we kept 6. How many do you keep this year? And who are the unlucky ones to either go on the practice squad or just go to the airport and keep it moving?
Well, I'm thinking Sanders, Schwartz, Sexton, and Taj Washington are practice squad are gone, and Malik makes a team along with Braxton. I actually think Malik and Braxton, kind of give each other, a really good competition. Braxton may be the one fucking going to the practice squad. Who knows? Um, but obviously we like him on special teams. He didn't have a whole lot of chance to show off his return ability last season. A lot of fair catching and shit. Not a lot of chances
he
that
made
took.
he made a lot of big catches when the ball did get thrown to him, though. I will give him
You're
that.
right. You're right.
Key first downs and stuff like that. But go ahead.
And that's what I see from a Craycraft too. Whenever Craycraft got in the game, he made plays. Not just last year. Remember the year before, he made a big play. Didn't he? Was it Craycraft who took it to the house that first play against San Fran?
No,
Not last year.
that was Sherfield.
Oh, Trent Sherfield. That's right.
Yeah.
But Craycraft has had some bright moments. Easy E, of course, a lot of upside, a good size. Just been riddled with injuries too. So, but if I had to guess, man, that third row is probably is probably going to watch from the stands.
Okay.
And maybe Taj, but they said that Taj was one of Caleb Williams' favorite targets at USC, man. So
he put up good numbers, I'm saying, in USC. He was a 7th round pick, so he was, special teams is going to be a big part of his game, which again is a lot like Braxton. The thing about it too is that we can get out of the Braxton Berrios contract without much of a cap hit. We can get out of the Craycraft contract without any kind of a cap hit. All of those guys can be cut, and it's not going to affect us cap wise pretty much at all. Now, Mike McDaniel loves him some River Craycraft. We have to admit that. His blocking ability and stuff like that. Byron.
Oh, what a cool fucking name too, River Craycraft. Come on now.
Yeah. That's about as good as Storm Duck.
If you keep Storm Duck, then you gotta keep River Craycraft.
Yes, you got the storm, the river, and the duck going down the river on a craft.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
We make it happen here. Byron, what are your thoughts? Are you getting rid of the third row as well? And how many are you keeping?
See, a part of me wants to keep Berrios, Craycraft, and Sexton just so that the team can have tres leches, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that depending on blocking ability, one of the two receivers of the rookie receivers is making it, and I say the odd man out is River Craycraft. Like you said, either Enzukama or Braxton may be in danger. I think Enzukama, if he doesn't make a big leap, he may be, because I think next, because the dependability of Braxton Berrios for Tua, even though in limited opportunities, he was always there. I don't remember Braxton dropping a pass. So I would say probably the first four stay, and then you can pick either both or one of the two rookies in there, and the other one, if not one of the two rookies, then one of them goes to the practice squad. But I would love tres leches. That would be a great story.
Bro, but that guy looks like a sexual predator, bro. Look at him.
I think Johnny's on mute.
Yeah, apologies for muting. I was actually looking something up for my man here. I was trying to check out Braxton's season last year.
What about Sexton's season? It looks like he's got a black jersey. Where'd he come from?
I never even heard of him until Byron mentioned him.
We're like diehard fans, bro.
Yeah.
How have we not heard of this guy?
Well, because he ain't nobody of significance for us to have to know. To be quite honest, apologies to Mr. Sexton and to the whole Sexton family. I say that with nothing but nothing.
I say that with the utmost respect.
Yes, with all due respect. I don't know you, bro.
Como dicen los cubanos, mejor conocido en su casa a la hora de la comida.
Well, you know what I mean? Well said.
Bro, they don't know that guy at his own dinner table.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I'm
Hey,
saying?
who's this guy?
Yes.
Who brought him? You brought him?
Right.
No.
Right. Um, I'm kind of with you guys.
Ah,
I think, and I just looked it up. Barrios had 0 drops last year. Um, I
good one, Byron.
I think he might be in trouble though. I think I think that I think both the Washingtons have a really good shot to make the team. I know Malik definitely because Mike McDaniel was banging on the table for Chris Greer to draft him. Like they wanted to draft him in the 5th round, but Greer told him to calm down. Took Kamara the pass rusher,
Cognitive.
which was a good job. You know what I'm saying? That's a general manager
Love
knowing his
love that
job,
pick.
knowing
Big
the
advocate
value.
of Muhammad
Yes,
over here.
yes, we're all good and happy with that 5th round pick of Muhammad Kamara. I think he's going to help us out big time. But I think Malik Washington, he's got a little bit of Jarvis Landry in him. He's just a little smaller, but he's tough. He's gonna battle you for those extra yards, and he could put it in another gear and take it to the house. So I think Malik definitely. Taj maybe practice squad, but I think out of the top 2 rows, I think Barrios could. If Eric Ezekama takes that step, I think Barrios would go before River Craycraft. I think just because of his familiarity with Mike McDaniel and the offense and his ability to block. So I would chop off the whole 3rd row and then possibly Braxton if I had to pick right now.
So it's an all coffee room, no creamer.
Yeah, yes, no, it's all cafe bustelo. It's all cafe. No leche. No leche in this coffee here, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna put a little drizzle of some coconut milk, which isn't as bad as it sounds, people. But for your boy here who's trying to get a little healthy, I'm going
Yeah,
with the coconut
bro.
milk instead of the whole milk.
Once you get to our age, Byron, you'll get there one day. Once you get to our age, me and Johnny, you're gonna have to
Yes,
start doing shit you never thought you would do, like oat
yes,
milk or almond milk, or
yes.
right, or
Or coconut milk, like I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
like
mix
how
shit up.
yeah, like how exactly do you get milk from an almond? But whatever, you know what I'm saying. It's
I'm here
available
for it.
in the stores.
I've seen a video.
Yeah, I believe there's a video out there of it. So I'm kind of in agreement with you guys. The 3 up top obviously are safe. We'll see what happens with the 2 watching, but these are good problems to have, bro. When you have that much talent that it's gonna actually hurt you to have to cut somebody. That's problems that us Dolphin fans ain't used to having those kinds of problems. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens throughout the season with that. As we move on to the next thing, I did want to ask you guys about that. There's been a lot of good takes, and there's been a lot of question marks as far as the Chop Robinson pick at 21. We have a lot of people who say all he can do is speed rush. He doesn't have any other moves. Do you guys believe that he is an instant starter come day one if Phillips and Chubb aren't ready?
Yeah, I think you can plug him in there, bro. Because let's be honest, bro. How many of those guys do you see that come off the edge, right? They put the pressure, and they don't get credit for the sack. But guess what? The quarterback had to step up, and he stepped up right into somebody's fucking arms, right? So I'm okay with, like I said before, I liked the pick. I didn't love it. I just thought he would be available a little bit later, and there was still a possibility to trade up. Um, but I do think the guy you can plug in as a day one starter, and he can create some havoc.
Even on 1st and 2nd down, that's where they think that he's gonna have a problem is being able to help against the run. You think he's on the field on 1st and 10 against whoever the hell we play first, which the schedule should be out sometime this week. So look towards that. Thursday it comes out. So do you think he's out there, you know what I'm saying, from moment one, from first snap, Byron?
I don't think so. I think he gets the Jalen Phillips treatment. Situational guy, put him in positions to succeed. I think you don't sign a guy like Shaq Barrett um, for later in the season. I think you sign him to get you to that bridge early. I think you milk him for what he's got, and then rotate him after when all the guys are healthy. Uh, But until that time, I think Shaq carries the water. I think Chop gets eased um, into an NFL rotation. I think if you put him out there too soon, if he struggles a bit, he might, he might get a little bit of a confidence problem. But if you put him in positions to succeed, all he's going to do is grow.
So who do you have starting?
So you think they're going to put him in there just along like on 3rd and long situations?
Not necessarily. I think.
So who's starting? Who's starting across from Shaq?
I mean,
you think we sign somebody else? I think we kind of have to, even if it's an older vet, just to kind of keep the seat warm, and be in the rotation until Phillips is 100 to be able to go, and then Chubb as well.
I'll be honest. I really liked what I saw in terms of not for a whole season, but in a small sample size. I like what Malik Reed did last season. It's not out of the realm of possibility that if Shaq locks up one side, Malik Reed and Chop Robinson can kind of, tag team the other. There's a lot we can do, and Anthony Weaver likes to rotate the guys anyway. So I think there's a lot we can do in terms of making sure we put our first round pick in a position to have.
I'm trying to verify it right now. Is Malik with us this season? Because I believe he was a Fangio guy. Is he on the squad?
I think we did, but
I was about to say pull up the depth chart.
I was about to say you guys discuss it. I'll try to pull up the depth chart real quick.
Our research department is working on it, guys. Don't.
Our statistician is on it.
Yeah, no.
Hey, that's how. Isn't that how Tony Reale started?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
right.
The stat guy. Yes,
I think so.
Guy. When Max Kellerman hosted Around the Horn, that's what it was.
Around the Horn.
Around the Horn.
No. He was the stat guy for PTI.
Pardon the interruption. Yeah, I thought so.
Pardon the interruption.
Yeah, but he was also the. Oh yeah, he was, and then he moved from there to.
He was stat boy. Excuse me. That's what Tony and Mike used to call him.
And Michael Wilbon. Bro, I love watching that show, man.
Oh, I still love watching that show.
I can't believe ESPN jumped the shark the way it did, though. Like there isn't any more intelligent.
Okay, I'm sorry to inform you, but Mr. Reed is not on the current roster. The other linebackers we have on the roster are Duke Riley, Channing Tindall, and David Long Jr. Of course, all three of those guys play on the inside. Cameron Good is still out with injury. And that is it for linebackers. So the only other ones we have is Shaq Barrett and the 2 draft picks. So as far as our outside linebackers.
Okay, then sub both Kamara and Chop, and you know what? Have at them.
All right. So you think you just rotate those two?
Yeah, I mean,
now all of a sudden Chop's a day one starter.
I mean,
just like that.
Find somebody.
Boom, upgraded.
But my thought was to give him the Jalen Phillips treatment.
So he's on a snap count now. We got him on a damn snap count.
Yeah, you're making Alex feel a lot better about picking him at 21.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I think that if he's your number one, surefire starter, I think we have a depth issue. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think we do sign a savvy vet
it's
to
not
help
over, guys.
Keep the seat warm. Which again, yes, Alex mentioned it earlier too. And so did Byron. Come June 1st, we have $18.25 or $18.5 million that we can spend on these particular spots, like Byron's talking about. Maybe another edge. Maybe we solidify the safety position. I know we drafted the McMorris kid in the 6th round, but I don't expect him to do much. I like where you're at there. I like Quandre Diggs at safety. I know a lot of Dolphin fans are
thirsty. Jamal Adams available?
Yeah, but I don't like Jamal Adams is a one-trick pony, bro. He can blitz he can blitz, you know what I'm saying? He can't cover anybody, bro. He can't cover us, bro. Like you would get open on on Jamal
Well,
Adams. Bro. You know
I
what
have
I'm saying?
deceptive speed too. So
See,
and I have
so then you would
sticky
definitely
hands.
go by him.
I have
But
stick 'em on my hands. I
um,
don't drop
I,
anything.
Alex
I,
would have to, after the play, go back to the line of scrimmage and pick up both ACLs.
right,
And keep on
right.
trucking, baby.
Right. But yeah, we can sign a safety. We can sign an offensive lineman. There's talk of Dalton Risner,
Risner, I like that. Yeah.
Greg Van Routen is out there as well. I've heard Calais Campbell's name out there, which I would not be mad at that at all. I
He's
actually
a U
wanted him
guy.
to come down.
He's the
Yes,
University of
yes,
Miami
of
guy.
course.
Bring him back home,
He's
baby.
from the U. I think you can probably get him on the cheap too, bring him back home, kind of help solidify the interior of that defensive line. But I think there's options there. There's options there we signed 7 defensive linemen. So one of those guys, saying they can play some of the edge to kind of help take the pressure off of these young kids as far as setting the edge to help us out there. But again, post June 1st, we have $18 million. Hopefully Chris Gear keeps on cooking the way he has been. And we solidified the safety, the interior offensive line, an edge guy. So I'm looking forward to that. Before we get up out of here, one last thing I did want to touch on. One of our draft picks, of course, was Jalen Wright, the nice stud running back out of Tennessee. We traded a 3rd round pick next year to move into the 4th round and got him with pick 120. I know everybody's like, oh, he's another fast guy. Yeah, he's a fast guy, but he's 210 pounds and he'll run you over. He runs hard. He's a tough runner, perfect for this scheme. And of course, he runs a 4.38. So again, with all these running backs, you got Raheem, you got Devon Achane, you got Jalen Wright now, you got Savon Ahmed, you got Chris Brooks,
Alec Ingold.
You got Alec Ingold, but he's a fullback. So
same room.
I'm sorry, what's that last one, Byron?
Jeff Wilson.
Yes, you got Jeff Wilson as well. Now, none of those.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Jeff Wilson Jr. Yes,
apologies. Green.
Apologies to Mr. Jeff Wilson and his family and friends. So Jeff Wilson Jr. So that's 6 running backs, which I do not believe that they're going to keep 6 running backs on the roster. Alec Ingold is a given. So who are your 4 running backs? Who's going to get cut? And who's going to be running along with Raheem, Devon, and Jalen?
I think the Roach is gone. And I say that yes, all respect in the world. I think
that sounds respectful.
Yes, with all love and blessings, Mr. Savon Ahmed.
Yes,
but you got to go. I'm with you on that too. I like the kid. He shows flashes. But he's another one that, saying he's not.
Hey, remember, he was there when we were absolute trash, bro.
Yes, he was. Yes, but now the trash needs to be thrown out. And from what Byron thinks, he belongs in that trash and thrown out to the curb.
Like we did the Myles Gaskin.
Look, for a guy who's quiet, yes. I see a lot, bro.
Oh shit! All right, so Alex, who do you see? Who's going to be our 4th running back, bro?
I've been a big fan of Savon Ahmed, but unfortunately, I think he's the odd man out on this one. I still think there's a lot of upside for Chris Brooks, another guy whenever got the chance and whenever got the opportunity, delivered. Very few and far between, right? There weren't very many steps he got, but and Ahmed, man, he gave us a lot. He gave us everything he had. But I think, unfortunately, as far as talent and production wise, it's going to be, I guess, between him and Jeff Wilson Jr.
Do you think Chris Brooks is a practice guy?
Yeah, I think they probably put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, unless he's just in the best shape of his life, which they're going to say everybody's in the best shape of their lives, but unless he has that playbook completely down. And he shows the coaches something during the spring and into the summer. And then, of course, during training camp, I think they do try to slide him or hide him on the practice squad. But I think Jeff Wilson is going to be the one to be the number 4. He's a Mike McDaniel guy. They just restructured his deal. You know what I'm saying? So he took a bit of
Well,
a pay cut.
they just did something for Ahmed too, right? Didn't
Yeah,
they?
they actually gave him a contract, but again,
Yeah,
they
he
can
just
get
got
out,
Yeah.
they can get out of that without it affecting their cap at all. Just like we mentioned with Braxton Berrios and stuff. So I think it's Mostert, Achane, Jalen Wright, and I'm gonna say Jeff Wilson
I
So
agree.
Jr.
you're putting the Rook up there already in the rotation, huh? Jalen Wright.
I'll tell you why
Absolutely,
he's
bro.
in the
From
rotation.
day one,
I'll tell you,
bro. From day one, bro.
he's the best blocker in the room right now. That's why he's staying.
Absolutely, yeah. He's the best pass blocker in the whole running back room, right off a jump. He's
Yep.
got good hands. Yeah, they didn't trade up for him to ride the pine and get 2-3 carries a game. They drafted him to be in a rotation with Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane. He's probably going to be in sets alongside either one of those guys. There's going to be a lot of 2 running back sets where you're going to see
That's it right there.
2 of those 3 out on the field at the same time. You're going to see them in a lot of.
We're gonna be giving defenses freaking headaches.
Yes, because what do you do if you have a 3 wide receiver set with Jonnu Smith out there already? So that's 4. So you got Tyreek, Waddle, OBJ, Jonnu Smith out there, and then you got Devon Achane, and you got Jalen Wright in the backfield, and then Achane motions out.
That's one too many. That's
Like
one
who
too
you
many.
cover? No, that's
That's
3,
one too
4, 5, 6. Yes, that is one too many. Sorry, I'm not good with the maths. Okay, so let's say no Jonnu Smith. Let's say there's no Jonnu Smith, but you got the 3 wide receivers. Say you got 3 wide receivers, you got the 2 running backs, and then Achane goes out in motion. Like that means you got a linebacker, bro, covering Devon Achane one-on-one.
I'll take it all day.
And you can still run the football with Jalen Wright, who's the more physical of the run. Yeah, I know people are obsessed with his speed, but he's 210 pounds, like solid. So
between the tackles type of guy.
Yes. And if you watched him at Tennessee, 90% of it was between the tackles. So he's a good running back, and I think he's in the rotation day one. So I'm gonna say Jeff Wilson Jr.
This guy was playing against grown-ass men in the SEC.
Yeah, in the SEC, right? He wasn't playing in the MAC or in the ACC.
He's playing against NFL starters.
Right. So yeah, I think he's in there. So I know you mentioned Savon Ahmed being out. So who do you think gets the number 4 spot, Byron?
Oh, I'm with you. I think it's Jeff Wilson. I think Chris Brooks, unless he makes some ridiculous leap, I think he's on the practice squad. But I think that the team buys a little bit of rate this year, and unfortunately, it is what it is.
I am with you guys 110% on that. And with that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our very first episode of the Dolphin Chronicles here on the Kendall Sports Network. Thanks for checking us out. Again, if you're new, hit the subscribe. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Make sure you turn on your notifications so that way you know whenever anybody's going live. Before we get up out of here, Byron, go ahead and promote the other shows that the people can find on the Kendall Sports Network.
Well, I'll promote False 9 with our boy Mark. We just had a great guest, Scotty Grays, on X on Twitter, talking about everything Inter Miami.
What's up, Mark? Shout out, Mark.
Yeah. Lionel Messi and everything Inter Miami. And I'll let Alex plug the other show.
Yeah, man. This week in Miami, exciting stuff, man. We got to talk about everything, right? It's fun to be a Miami fan now. Actually, it's also fun to be a Dallas fan. Look what the Dallas people are doing, man. Shout out to my to my people here in Dallas. All right, Dallas. They're nice. It's a nice fan base. They're not obnoxious like Bill's Mafia or fucking Philly.
Blink 2 times if they're standing outside your door.
What's that?
I said blink 2 times if they're standing outside your door.
But no, man, this week in Miami's fun. We get to talk about the fucking Marlins and what they did, giving up a freaking batting champ for peanuts. We didn't even get a fucking top 100 prospect, nothing. Byron's got some really, really good adjectives to describe the ownership team of the Marlins. But we'll certainly talk Fins a little bit. We'll talk Miami Heat. Interesting offseason for the Heat. This is something that they're, uncharted waters. There's a lot of criticism around what happened in Miami's front office, and Pat Riley was telling Jimmy to shut the fuck up if he's not on the basketball court. I don't know if you saw that. That's pretty cool. That's Pat. You don't fuck with Pat Riley.
And the Panthers live right now, second round.
And the Panthers and the Bruins, baby, getting it kicked off tonight. Let's go, Cats. Time to hunt. But yes, this week in Miami, catch it all, baby. Friday nights.
There you go, people. So you can catch those shows and this one, of course, here on the Kendall Sports Network. We are just getting started right here on this network, so definitely check us out.
The fun is just beginning.
Absolutely. Hit the subscribe. Again, give us a big fat thumbs up. Turn on your notifications so you know whenever the shows are going live. The Dolphin Chronicles, Mondays at 7:30. This week in Miami's are Fridays at 7:30. Fridays at 7:30, and then the Eastern time, all time Eastern
Pacific
time. Like you'll say, like normal human beings speak, not like the Dallas people. And when is your prime Texans? 9? It's on Thursdays.
Thursdays at 7:30.
False Lines Thursdays at 7:30.
Book it.
So 7:30, book it. Monday, Thursday, Friday, right here.
Set your alarms right now.
Right here on the Kendall Sports Network. I may need to make a cameo on This Week in Miami because I do have some opinions on that Miami Heat talk. So definitely check us out. For Byron and Alex, I am Johnny Cruz. Thank you for checking us out on our very first episode of the Dolphin Chronicles. Byron, get us up out of here.
Yes, Peace. Sir.